Okay, folks, had a few more turns go by and the battle has ended. And it turned out to be a Roman victory. I think they won by, well, let's see. Let me go over the victory conditions, how you win the game. Well, usually how it works is both armies have what's called a demoralization value. And it's basically a total of the number of units in your army, basically. Each unit counts as one. And once that total is exceeded in unit losses, equal or exceeded, your army is demoralized and leaves the battle. It could happen to both armies in the same turn, and it's checked at the end of every player's turn. So let's count and see what we got. Let's take a look at the Romans now. Each unit that is disordered or has received any cohesion hits counts as 1 toward your DV total. So we see the Romans here with the red dice have a total of 1, 2, 3 disordered units. So that's 3 points towards their DV. Now as far as losses, if we look at the losses over here, we see the Romans have also lost 1, 2, 3, 4 units, including the Triarii. Too bad. And each one of these counts as 2 points towards your DV. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Plus the 3 disordered is 11. 11 points towards their DV. Now what is their DV? In this case it's 12. So they were 1 point away from being demoralized and having to leave the battle. But they did win. And let's take a look at the Seleucids. Now their DV for their army was only 10, a little bit less. They scored disorder here on 2 units, the pike block and these light infantry. So that's 2 points. These each count as 1 towards that DV. So that's 2. And their losses, they lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. But the Scythe Chariot, because it's a suicidal type of unit, it's expected to get destroyed basically. Otherwise it's not doing its job. He don't count. So otherwise each of these units counts as 2. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8. Plus the 2 over here is 10. So they equaled their DV. So that ended the battle. So that ended the battle for them, and they lost. So that was it, folks. It was a really good battle. Everything was fought over in the middle here, as you'd expect. The Romans won on this side of the battle line, thanks to these impetuous barbarians here hitting the flank. They were able to kind of turn in and take out 2 of the pike blocks, as well as the elephant. But over on this side, as expected, the elite pikes for the Seleucids did hold out, and they took out their opponents. 2 Roman heavy infantry legion units were destroyed, actually, were routed from the table. And all that stands now is just these 2 pike blocks, some light infantry, and down here by the camp, the general for the Romans did make an attack on these light infantry, or the light horse, actually, the Seleucids. They evaded back to their camp, which they can't enter, so they stopped their evade there. So that was it, folks. It was actually pretty close, but it's a simple little battle. Considered a 100-point game. It's pretty much like DBA, flows a lot like it. There's a little bit more granular mechanics going on, which makes it more interesting, at least for me. Didn't do anything with my Numidian light horse up here, just didn't have the CP. But as you can see, the CP plays a big role in the game and how you use it. You generally don't have a heck of a lot of it, you know, depending on your commander's ability. You'd expect to get maybe 2 or 3 normally with your CP every turn. And considering all the units you have, that's not much to do anything with unless you group your units effectively. Once units get mixed up like this, those groups fall apart. You're pretty much going to be moving a lot of units one at a time, and it's a difficult prospect. But yeah, so that's the battle, folks. I didn't want to go into too much detail with the rules, and I'm not sure if I missed up on anything. Trying to understand the rules, but again, I'm learning this as I speak. I've been playing for about 2 weeks now. Had quite a number of battles, and I got a battle coming up this weekend for my friends, and I thought I'd make this little short impromptu video series to kind of show the flow of play, demonstrate it, some of the mechanics. There's a lot more to it. Not as complicated as it might seem, at least from me describing it. I hope you enjoyed. It was a good, fun battle. It's always intense.
Give L'Art du Guerre a shot if you're into Ancients gaming or interested in it. I think it's well worth it. And if you can only imagine that normally a game would be about 200 points, played on twice as big an area. So you're looking at a battle involving maybe twice as many units, maybe 20 a side. So this is only a small type of battle. And it can get bigger if you want. So the rules are quite diverse, quite versatile. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed. And if any comments about the rules or questions, just message me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Take care.